Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Locke now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it, and out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brought down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
19-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Brady, he gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Oh, on is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Block working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jason Pierre-Paul in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Brady and the Bucs now with a first and 10 at their own 37. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is Miller, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by Kareem.
I know the toss play begins the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Kareem.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt.
Rosas on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Complete to Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
Ties the game at 10. Aldrich Rosas.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Oh, my goodness.
And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Buccaneers 17, Broncos 10. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Locke taking the snap and 1. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levante David able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Locke. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And that is incomplete. Locke throwing the football. He's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Yeah, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brady's pass.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Operating from the gun, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Brings up third.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pick.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through.
That ties the game at 17. To kick off for Denver.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's got the hook up to Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Brady. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Brady. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Brady now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jones. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. T.J. Logan. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
At their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our